The topic today is money, power, love, and the magnetic self. The magnetic self is a very powerful phenomenon, positing the existence of a part of ourselves that actually attracts as a magnet or repels. We amplify the power of the magnetic self to the extent that we fulfill a purpose in life, a passion for life, the quest for meaning, purpose, direction, which fuels the quest for greatness to realize and manifest our highest potential. This involves becoming people of honor with wisdom. What is a person of honor? A man of honor? A woman of honor? It's integrating the masculine and feminine principle with noble character. The essence of the masculine principle is to arise to the struggle. Athletics are a good venue for that. Every athlete has to arise to the struggle. The essence of the feminine principle is nurturance and love. Noble character is characterized by many attributes such as humility, loyalty, service to family and community. So as a person integrates the masculine and feminine self with noble character, the person then becomes a man of honor or a woman of honor, which is a very powerful magnet. Then as a person that further integrates the joys and the sorrows, the gains and the losses which are inevitable in this life, that person then achieves wisdom and becomes a person of honor with wisdom. These are the dimensions that we need to pay attention to because it facilitates our contributing to an ever-advancing civilization. We add to society. So there's the growth of the individual and giving to the family and giving to society. And anything that we do in life, we should ask the question, what are the needs of society and how can I contribute to that? That leads to a very good career path. It leads to enhancing the power of the magnetic self. Very important ideas. Another aspect of the magnetic self that's very important has to do with the mode of communication, which involves our thoughts and our words. A thought can be chosen. We can choose to have constructive thought. We're not responsible for the thoughts we have, but the thoughts we choose to have. We can choose a constructive thought. So if we get a negative reaction to somebody, we can follow it with a constructive thought and say, well, I wish you a long, healthy life, my brother. And thus have a constructive thought. But the essence then from there is then to go to respectfully real communication, which creates a bridge, a connection, as opposed to a wall or a barrier. That's the essence of respectfully real communication. It's not just real, it's not just honest, it's respectfully real. This type of communication is a lifelong journey. It's not something you achieve overnight. Because all the negativity that we have or that's expressed in this world is a manifestation of vulnerability. Always under all negativity is vulnerability, always. Anger is a common cover that people use. They're covering what? They're covering that they felt hurt, humiliated, jealous, insecure. And people cover it by acting overly independent and angry, and goes into very destructive behaviors. Under all negativity, whether it's your negativity or the negativity you see in someone else, is vulnerability. And the journey, and this is key, is not to be responding to the negativity in the cover, but what's underneath it? The vulnerability, the insecurity, the jealousy, the humiliation. Because then when we respond to what's underneath, we can react with compassion as opposed to counterattack. If we react just to the negative energy, we counterattack. For example, somebody can say to somebody, I'm going to be honest with you, I'm going to be real with you. Never likes you, can't stand you, never want to see you again. I'm just being honest. That's honest, it's real, but it's not respectfully real. Respectfully real might go something like this. When you said what you did, I felt humiliated. And if you could find it in your heart to apologize, I'd be grateful. That's respectfully real communication, creates a bridge and a connection. In doing so, you haven't used the common cover, which is anger and rejecting of the other person.